أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. All praise and adoration belongs to Allah, the Lord of incomparable and in exhaustive majesty. Beseech Allah to shower His blessing, His mercy, and His Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi His companion, and every Muslim who follow the path to the judgment. Inshallah, today we want to discuss a very vital topic, which is the Azawaj. Azawaj al-Islami, what we call marriage in Islam. Marriage. You know that when you say marriage, it's so direct, it's simplicity, it's you and I know when you say marriage, it's a combination between a male and female, to become one. It's right. But as far as Islam is concerned, marriage is beyond that. Marriage, as said by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Nisa, Allah began with what we call an address. So, Ya ayyuhan nas ittaqu rabbakum alladhi khalaqakum min nafsin wahida waja'ala minha zawjaha. Allah said that, O mankind, fear your God, who has made you from one single soul and brought forth from that single soul is happy mate. And he also brought forth from that, both of them, male and female, in abundance. And I say, fear Allah, because you shall be called to account over all you've done. That is why, if you want to define marriage in Islam, there's one key factor that must be added. Marriage, as we all say, that is combination or is a union of both male and female to become husband and wife. Not only to become husband and wife, to serve Allah, to serve their creating. Marriage is worship. That is why Allah said that if you marry, you fulfill half your faith. Nisful Iman. Marriage is half of faith, meaning that it's half of a religion. The remaining half is every other aspect of your life. That is why in Islam, some scholars, one of the criteria is when they want to appoint a leader, the head will be governor, president, imams, head of family, head of community. One of the key things that they put into consideration is marriage. Because anyone who is capable of managing home, raising family, managing children, is capable of managing community, managing state, managing nation. But today is other way around. People has misunderstood what a marriage is. They believe it's just a conjugal, concept that you just have to have somebody and have sex, raise children. That's the hand is beyond that. It's service. The same concept for Salah, the prayer, the same concept we have for fasting, the same concept we have for Iman, we have for every aspect of worship. Same things go with marriage. And in Islam, marriage has different concepts. One of which is service to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has established this fact that marriage is one of the key things that stabilize all aspects of our religion, our deen, blissful iman. Number two, marriage is the sunnah of Rasulullah. Is a practice of his prophet, to the extent that Rasulullah said that whoever, he said, an-nikahu sunnati, marriage is my practice, is my way, is my tradition, is our tradition. Anyone who shun it or anyone who jettisons marriage is not part of me. It means that if you ignore marriage, you are not in the fold of Islam. It's enough to say you are not a Muslim if you refuse to get married. Yeah. Today we have seen cases where youth, young, sharp refuse to marry. That's why Islam said, they switch to fornication. They have many sex partners. They fornicate. They go into what we call concubines relationship. No. As far as Islam is concerned, you must get married. It's part of the Sunnah of Islam. Number three, marriage is for reprocreation. Reprocreation. In Islam, as the higher we quoted in the first place, the Allah said we have made marriage for the procreation of humanity. So that is one of the key things. So anyone who claim the fact that we should limit the procreation or should be regulating, such person should be asked, are you the provider? Are you the one who established marriage? Allah said that don't kill your children. Get married, produce children, raise children. We are your providers. We are also their providers. The killing of these children, their excommunication, is a grievous sin before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why Islam negates abortion, killing, and what have you. Number four, marriage is the only acceptable means of cohabitation, relationship. There's no any other means. Today we have seen different means. People have explored and exploited today, have employed, have adopted. We have gay, we have prostitutes, we have lesbianism, bestiality, and what have you. Even we have those who happen to be asceticism, who refuse to marry. They deny themselves of having future partner. They don't marry. All of this is anti-Islam. All of these are satanic. You must not adhere to them. They call human being to destruction. The only means that is natural, that is divine, that is godly, is to get married legally to serve Allah alone. Number 6, marriage is another means of bringing succor to every human life. Succor, comfortability. That is why marriage is to be enjoyed. When you get married, you have a wife, Allah made us realize the fact that getting married brings mawadda or rahman, succor, pleasure, comfort. You fulfill your sexual need, you fulfill your conjugal relationship, you fulfill your communication relationship, you fulfill love thing to complement the marriage. So this is what marriage is all about. You are coming together from different sides to become one, to serve your God alone, not any other person. That is the motives. And as far as marriage is concerned, there are certain criteria that must be fulfilled if you really want to go into marriage. And the first of them is proposal and acceptance. Al-ijab wal-qabul. If you want to get married, you propose to somebody you want to marry. A lady, a young chap, a young lady. And this proposal comes in different way. You can approach the lady by yourself. You can go through intermediary. Both is allowed in Islam. And if you propose to her, you don't force her to give you consent. You don't marry against her consent. You don't force a lady on a man. Allow her to express willingness to the marriage. That is why in Islam, if you forced or you put anyone under duress to go into marriage, that marriage is null and void. That marriage is illegal. It's tantamount to fornication. There must be consensus, agreement to go into it. And before you propose to a lady, you can do what they call istikhara wal istishara. Istikhara is to ask Allah to guide you. You've seen somebody you want to marry and you love her. Istikhara is to tell Allah, ask Him to choose for you. But today, most of us, we choose for ourselves. You choose only based on what you can access. That is why Islam said that our criteria under istikhara, if you want to do selectivity, there are certain conditions, one of which is beauty, the family background, and a profile. Islam push its religion, and religion, beauty, profile, family background, and religion, the deen. But Islam has put deen first. It's a religion first. At-taqwa, our religion with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, should be the first criteria. Every other criteria should, be complementary. But today, what do we put in the front? What do you consider first? Beauty, profile, family background. We don't even consider the deen. And deen is number one thing Islam has, recommended for you and I. What will make you to have a blissful family? Because beauty can appear and disappear. Family background can be blemished, can be rubbished. A profile can also, go down the drain. But it's only the deen that remains, because that stands with the divinity, eternity. That is why in Islam, if you get married to a wife in this life, if she's righteous and you're also righteous, you're still going to, by extension, marry on the judgment. She's still going to remain as your wife. The deen is number one thing. Istikhara, then you ask Allah to select for you. You do salat istikhara, you ask Allah, just 2 rakah. Then istishar, that is consultation. You can go for counseling, you can ask, you can consult people to guide you. Who is this person? Who is this man? What is her profile? What is her background? What is the level of our taqwa? What is the level of our commitment? And what have you? That is number one. Al-ijab al-qabul. Once you propose and she accepts, the next one is you do what we call a ta'aruf. The family relationship, the family, the father. And when you say on the ta'aruf, that is what we call al-wali. You must seek the hand of the lady in question you want to marry from the father. You can call her a referee or guidance. Wali, the father of such lady or girl or women in question. In Islam, mother doesn't have any say over marriage. It's the father that has say over the marriage. It's the father you consult. And Islam, as the father, we once the person in question that we want to ask him, seek your child hand in marriage, is God-fearing, is okay by the merit you use in terms of, is she wealthy to some extent, is working, is a Muslim, he has good family background, that's all. Let her get married. It's one of what you should not delay as far as Islam is concerned. You should not delay. If you delay, there is uproar, there is likeliness of crisis, fornication, or what have you. Is marriage. You don't delay marriage because it's natural. She need to fulfill a natural instinct. So when you delay, once you delay marriage, it's going to affect many things. So we don't delay, we don't be tribalistic, and my child cannot marry to this tribe, my child cannot marry to that tribe. No. But that's why the fundamental is the deen. The deen, that's number one thing. But if the deen is not there, there's a problem. Then, after we know the wali, also what we call bride price. As far as Islam is concerned, anyone who wants to seek any lady hand in marriage, she paid a bride price. And the bride price will be demanded from the lady. She be the one to demand for what she wants. And what she wants can be feasible or infeasible. Can be valuable, what we can value, what we cannot value. Can be huge or small. But the best of them is what is very minimal, meager, infinitesimal, that's not too huge, to make it easy for the husband to pay. If your husband is thousandaire, don't ask for something million worth. If he's a millionaire, don't go for a billion. You shouldn't look at what is bearable for him or her, for him, what he can bear. And at times we have seen the history of Islam where some people even request for Quranic recitation. Just recite Quran for me, then we are good to go. We've seen cases where people request for ring. We have seen cases where people request for acceptance of Islam. And same thing goes with people who request for something huge. Money, house, Hajj, and what have you. It depends on the capacity of the husband to be. And also depends on how the lady in question wants to make things easy for the husband. And the last but not the least is Aqdu wa Sikat al-Nikah. walima is to solemnize, to declare both husband and the wife, both the two partners, husband and wife, under the tenet of deen, conjugal marriage. Marriage should be established. And once marriage is established, then the home and the family is built on a solid and rocky foundation. So, as far as Islam is concerned, there are many things, attached to marriage, but that time may not permit us to express at this point in time. But this little we've shared with you, we believe will be benefiting to every listeners. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, to share for other people to benefit from this. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.